Hello fellow FRC Java programmers. Today I'm going to be showing you a quick tutorial on how to set up your development environment for this 2015 season. Now, the first thing that you're going to need to do is download Eclipse. Now, all the links for all of the downloads will be in the description below, so just check those out. Don't worry about searching or trying to find the right one. Now, the important thing when downloading Eclipse is even though you're programming in Java, you're actually going to need to download the C++ version of Eclipse. So this Eclipse IDE for C/C++ developers, this is the one you're going to want to download. Make sure the 32 or 64-bit is compatible with your computer that you're using to develop. So my computer is 64-bit, so I'm going to go ahead and get that. Now you're going to see this screen. You're going to want to go ahead and click on the United States OSU Open Source Lab link, which will take you to one more page, and your download should automatically start. If it doesn't start, go ahead and click the link that will manually set it up for you. Now while that's downloading, the next thing you're going to need to download is the JDK for Java 8. The JDK download page is pretty straightforward. The only thing you have to pay attention to is to make sure you go ahead and accept the license agreement and select the version that is applicable to your system. So once again, I'm using a 64-bit, so I'm going to go ahead and get that download. Once the JDK is done installing, you can go ahead and figure out where it downloaded to and just run it. It's going to bring up an installer, and selecting all of the default options for the installer should take you to where you want to go. Alright, now once that is done installing, we have to do probably the most difficult part of setting up our development environment. We have to set up our path. So you're going to go to My Computer, and then you're going to navigate to where your Java JDK was installed to. It was most likely put in your program files, Java. Now, I have multiple, but it's going to be this JDK 1.8. Then you're going to need to go into your bin folder. You're going to need to find your Java W application. Right click on that and select Properties. Now this path right here, you're going to want to copy. And then you can close the Properties page. You can close this page in general. Then go ahead and open up My Computer again. Right click on your computer and go to your computer properties. Now this page is your system properties. You're going to want to go ahead and select your advanced system settings. From your advanced system settings, you're going to select environment variables. Hit new. You can name your variable name path, all caps, and for variable value, just go ahead and paste your path and then get rid of the bin at the end. So it should end with JDK 1.80_25, and then select OK. And now your path is all set up. The next thing you're going to need to do is extract your Eclipse. Now whether you're using WinRAR, 7-zip, just extract the Eclipse zip file you got, and it will turn into a folder. The folder contains all of the contents of Eclipse pre-installed, so you can move the folder wherever you want, put it in your documents, or even put it in with your program files. But after you find it a home, don't move it. So I'm just going to leave mine right here on my desktop, and then I'm not going to move it from my desktop anytime during the season. So now you can go ahead and run Eclipse. Now your first time running Eclipse, it's going to ask you a couple things. It'll ask you where you want to put your workspace. This is the place that Eclipse is going to save all of the actual project files and classes that you create. So go ahead and put that on your desktop and your documents somewhere convenient that you'll remember. the first thing we need to do is set up the Java on our Eclipse. So go ahead and click on Window and go to your Preferences. Now, in your Preferences, if you don't have a Java tab in between install/update and library hover, I didn't have it. These steps only apply if you do not already have this Java tab. So what you're going to need to do is go to Help, Install New Software. Go ahead and select the drop-down menu. Click on Luna. This should give you quite a few options. Scroll down until you see Programming Languages. Expand that. Now you're going to need to look for the Eclipse Java Development Tools. Go ahead and checkmark that box and hit Next and then install it. Now I'm not going to do that because I already have it installed. The next thing you're going to need to do is download the FRC plugin. Now, this is where we get all of our default libraries and assets and classes from first. So the way to do this is go to Help, Install New Software. Now, the link for this download is going to be in the description below, so just go ahead and copy that and paste it right into the work with. Go ahead and check this box. Just make sure these are both checked. And then install. And it can't do that obviously because I already have it installed. Now after installing both of these two things, you're going to need to restart Eclipse. So it'll probably give you a prompt to restart it, but just make sure you go ahead and close Eclipse and reopen it. Otherwise the installed software will not take effect. Now there's only a couple more configuration things we have to do to Eclipse. These are all going to take place in our preferences. So once again, go open up Window and go to your preferences. Now you should have a little Java box since we installed that little bit of software. So the first thing you're going to need to do is open up the General tab and select Workspace. Go ahead and check the box that says Save Automatically Before Build. The next thing you're going to need to do is under the Install/Update, go ahead and open that up. Click on Automatic Updates, and you're going to want to go ahead and check the Automatically Find New Updates and Notify Me. And the last thing we need to do is go down to our newly found Java tab, expand it, select Installed JREs. Most likely this is already there, but if it isn't, I'm going to show you how to add it. So I'm going to go ahead and remove it. Now what you have to do is select Add, Standard VM, go to Directory. Now we're going to go back to the same place that we set our path to. So in my computer, C drive, Program Files, Java. Now just select the JDK folder. You don't need to go past that. And hit OK, finish, check the box, and now Eclipse knows where a JDK is. The only thing left to do is apply your settings. And to create your first project, go ahead and in your Project Explorer, select New, Other, scroll down to WPI Lib Robot Java Development. Go ahead and select Robot Java Project. Put in your team number. So I'm from Team 498. And name it. And continue programming like you normally would in Java. So now that your setup's all complete, you can go ahead and start your season. Good luck to everybody, and I'll see you all at regionals.